guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trip It with Gripit. We are in Oklahoma today and up on the property that we have up here for deer season. So deer season opens in a few days, actually a few weeks, and we're trying to get some corn and some salt licks out here, trying to bring them in. So I actually haven't been up here for roughly 6 to 8 months, and it's been a while. So looking forward to seeing what the property looks like. Everything's a little bit overgrown, but we're going to try and mat that down around camp, and then I'm going to walk around the property, see what we're dealing with, and then I'm going to try and come back, get camp ready, and film a little bit of that, get some breakfast, or get some dinner on the stove, and then, see you guys in a few. Well, alright guys, we've got some leftover stew from the house. Gonna get that warmed up and then get camp ready, hopefully get a fire going. Try to warm this up, put some water in it, make sure it doesn't burn, but got the beer out. It's a beautiful night. See you guys in a few. Well guys, it's about time that I go to bed. We got here around 5:30, right at sunset. The sun is going down a little earlier right now. And got camp set up, dinner on the stove, fire started, a couple beers drank, and had a fun time just sitting around the fire. In the morning we get up, get the deer feeder set up, deer corn in it, and then go check out our trail cams and see if we need to put any batteries in them. So that's kind of on tomorrow's agenda, and we might hit some trails. For now, pass out and see you guys in the morning. So good night.
Well, good morning, y'all. It is just about sunrise, and I'm gonna go take a walk around the property because I haven't been here in a long time. Try to see if I can't see any deer out there right now. Maybe scout a little bit, and then come back, get some breakfast and some coffee on the stove. So, see you guys in a few.
Well, good morning. It was an interesting night last night. We got some rain about 3:30 this morning. Not too bad, just kind of a drizzle, but kind of made everything wet outside. Not too muddy though, just kind of dampened everything, so I'm not going to try a fire this morning. But woke up also around, 11:30 with a pack of wild hogs that decided they'd stroll right through where I'm standing right now. And if you've never been around wild hogs, they're really noisy. I actually had kind of like a flashback to like where we were camping in Wyoming, and I was like, oh crap, there's a bear outside. So I grabbed my gun, and then I forgot, oh yeah, I'm in Oklahoma. And so there were a bunch of them just snorting and growling, and they're very loud, and they're rustling through everything. Luckily they didn't mess up anything, except for a little ways down I kind of saw where they were trying to feed on some of the bugs over there underneath the ground and stuff. But yeah, they were kind of noisy. Still a little bit worrisome because hogs can be pretty mean, and if you get out, they'll tear you up. So that happened around 11:30, 12, and then right around 3 o'clock is when coyotes started howling. So that was kind of neat. Got to hear those guys. And yeah, then 3 o'clock, 3:30, rain started hitting kind of on the tent, and then I just kind of fell back asleep till about 6. Woke up, went out and checked on the trail cams, checked on the land, and kind of scouted it out for deer. Saw 1 deer this morning, and I saw 2 last night, 2 bucks last night, and then a doe this morning, I think. So at least there's some action out here. That's a good sign. The bad news is, though, somebody decided to use my land as property that they can hay and put cattle on, and I don't know who that is. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I'm about to put out a deer feeder with a whole bunch of corn, and these cows are gonna be running into it, and the deer aren't gonna get any. So that'll be frustrating. So I got to figure out whose cattle they are, and also who hayed my land, because that's something I was gonna do. I was gonna go ahead and hay that and bring all that hay down to our animals on the farm in Texas, and now I really can't do that. So kind of an issue, but we'll find out who it is and sort everything out and see if they're able to give us some of the hay that they took off the property. So that's my task today: figure out whose cattle and who's haying our land, and then of course set up the deer corn, deer feeder, the block, and then set the cameras out a little bit later as well. Well, there's a cow right there eating my tree. Tasty tree, I suppose. Well, guys, I figured I've packed up, haven't shown anything that I've been working with as far as camping supplies, the kind of gear that I take with me on these trips, and I'll start doing that a little bit more as I start getting better gear, stuff that fits me more. I'm one of those guys that I think you don't need to spend a whole bunch of money to have a good camping trip. As long as it's utility and it works well for you, get it. This is one of them. This is my favorite coffee maker out there. This is a French press from Gator Coffee, and I'll link them down below. They've got some Amazon links that I'll go ahead and shoot down there. I typically like pour over coffee, but when you're out at camp and there's just not a lot of hot water all the time, then the pour over coffee gets a little cold too fast. I like my coffee steaming hot, and so this is still insulated, and it's my favorite other than the pour over coffee. Now, I'll just brew my coffee in a normal pot every morning, but when I'm out at camp, I use the French press. It stays warm. There's still about, I don't know, half a pot in there right now, so I'll still finish that off. I do always like to bring out just a simple tote with all the goods in there. I've got just a Stanley 2-burner stove, and then a bunch of silverware, other miscellaneous Stanley pots and pans and cups and all that kind of stuff that I've had on my camping, I guess, bin for years now. And then just a little chair. Doesn't matter what chair, whatever chair you like works well. And then I normally bring out my chainsaw when I'm out on this property. That way I can hopefully get some wood, but because it's so wet and nasty and humid, I think I'll skip that today, since it's really actually pretty hot out here. So that's kind of all the camping supplies. But what I am using to keep my food cool is this random bad boy right here. And this is a freezer and a fridge. So I've got all my drinks up in here, and I've got a few coffees up in there. Keep it cold, and then all my food in here. This is actually the freezer portion, and then that's the fridge portion. And you can actually see right here, they give you a list of all the meats and what temperature you should keep them at, or vegetables and all that kind of stuff. So you can actually see what it will be with the fridge and freezer if you put it at that. It's got this little display back here, and whenever you type in whatever temperature you want, it'll show up here. It's not on right now, my truck's not on, but it keeps cold for quite some time. So that's the fridge that I use because, again, it's not expensive. This is actually fairly inexpensive. So I think I got this for like $350, $400, something like that, which is about cheaper than like a Yeti cooler. So I was all game for it. And it helps with like long road trips. If I've got like sandwich meat and eggs and stuff like that I'm really trying to keep cool, that will stay on until it actually has a battery breaker. So it won't kill your battery, but it'll stay on as long as it needs to until it's about to kill your battery. And then it'll shut off so that you can still turn on your truck in the morning. So it still runs with your truck off until it's like, hey, I've used too much battery. Let's cut this out. And then this is just my daily pack. This is my work pack. This is my backpack that I use for just about everything. When I go on the plane and fly and all that kind of stuff, I keep everything in here as far as work supplies, computer, tablet, data transfer stuff, sometimes clothes, and then extra camera gear and stuff like that. So this is the Boundary Supply, which their logo is kind of cool. It's like that. Boundary Supply, I forgot the name of this, and I've had this back. You can see I've beat it up over the years. I think I've had it for about 5 or 6 years now, and it's still like the canvas on it is like amazing. And of course these zippers are like watertight, so typically if it just like rains outside, it won't leak any water in there. But this is just a separate camera bag that they have on the side, and this can actually go inside the actual main pack. So if you wanted to, there's like a little clip up here, kind of tough to get to, and then there's a clip around back. If you bring it onto this side, you can see this area zips open, and if you don't want that hanging off the side, you can stick it in here, and it actually clips up on these little clips here, and then it'll just sit right here. But right now, I've got extra lens in here, got some socks and underwear, extra socks and underwear, and then I've got some pouches in here that they've got all sorts of pouches, and right now I've just got other camera gear up in there and chargers and stuff like that, GoPro accessories. I want to find more of a like carry conceal bag with that design that's not like $800. That would be nice. So until then, I will keep using this thing. A lot of cool features on that bag, really like it, and I'll beat it up over the years. That's just kind of a few things. Ignore the dirty truck on the inside. Still haven't cleaned it out, but that's about all I got. I'm gonna drink some more coffee, and we're gonna go get this deer feeder set up. Up here, got another trail cam over there, and then a third one down the way I haven't touched or moved. So I got new batteries in all of them. It's probably capturing some images while we're walking around. And then deer feeder there, salt lick there, and hopefully we can get some deer on the cam tonight. I think we will. 4:30 that goes off, and then 7 a.m. that goes off. So hopefully we'll set a good schedule for the deer to come right before sunset and right as sunrise starts. That's kind of the goal. So no trails today, guys. I think what I'm gonna do is just head back. It's been kind of a tiring few days. It's Monday today, so I need to get back, get some work done, hammer out the new gear video that comes out tomorrow. And yeah, I'm kind of beat. So sorry this wasn't a super entertaining episode, but just kind of wanted to take you guys along, kind of show you guys beginning of deer season. And then hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll put a deer on the ground and we'll film that as well. So off-roading, like what we normally do, does not always mean go to Moab or some really awesome, crazy spot. I think just coming out and enjoying one camp night on your own property, flat level ground, no real technical trails is still kind of fun. Although there are some cool trails up north. One of these days we'll go up and we'll film all that. We're just not gonna do it today because I'm pretty tired and beat. So I'm gonna get back home to the family. Take care, guys. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I know this wasn't a crazy awesome episode, but thanks for sticking around. See ya.